Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Kentucky Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. The Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Wildcats offense takes the field to start this game off. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach, so much fun to play with.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back, and they get after quarterbacks.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Now, can there be a better start for a defense than setting the tone with back-to-back sacks, forcing a 3rd and long, first time out the gates? Really good job by this defense.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Kentucky going quickly.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Going for the big play, and he hauls it in inside the 30. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Back to pass, it's Selvia. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Wildcats!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Texas Longhorns offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive, and that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And how about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board. And that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. They're trying to get to him. Going to try to get it himself. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He breaks a tackle. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Lining up to convert 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Fires to the tight end.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What can you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll pull it down. Get every inch you can, but don't take the big hit. Great job by the quarterback. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Offside defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. We're through 1 period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. To the air, it's Selvia. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Thrust that arm out. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it. Gets it to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
This offense has a 2nd down play. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Touchdown, Kentucky! What a grab and go for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, Dave.
Running toward the tape. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
He's going to pass on second down. Got out of trouble and throws. Tight end finds a soft spot. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. He wants to throw here on second down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a good idea offensively. Try to get this guy the football in space on the perimeter of the field, throwing him the swing pass, and see if he can make something happen.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Longhorns want to move quickly. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10. The give to the back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Caught the defense offside. That penalty obviously will be declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play and create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Pulls and fires complete. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Handoff from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Just feeds the running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. They'll give it to the back. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Defense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. And you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, this defense is being challenged, in this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Getting some heat. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And that's his second sack of the day. And guess what, dudes? He leads the nation in sacks. You better know where he is on every play. That dude has a knack for getting quarterbacks on the ground.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Selvia. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. With jet sweep pass. Nothing but green ahead. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on first down. Finds his target down the middle. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Comes out throwing on first down. Coming after him. Hit as he throws. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. One of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Lexington. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the...
Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. To the ground to try to move the chains. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some play.
And they got him for the sack.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a...
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going up top on first down. He uncorks one deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Longhorns! What a catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. Coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Selvia. Quick completion on the out. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Wow, what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play. Pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Quarterback checking off. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field, looking for a productive play on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. Right down. Touchdown, Kentucky. at the 6.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you can tell the defense couldn't. Right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, and gets all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Touch pass on the run.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Short throw to the sideline, complete. He steps out of bounds with the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. The quick out. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Longhorns in the hurry up. He leaves it with his back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They've changed into the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And third down, great job by this offense. Move.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
A strike downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Wildcats! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week. This game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 11 over Arizona State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. 1st down here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw for it. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And he intercepts it. And he's brought down in this defense. Rizzo.
And the Wild.
How about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to do. And it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give and tick, 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 tick. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Dropping back, it's Selvia. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Looking to throw on third. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Kentucky will be forced to punt. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Takes it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Tackled immediately after the catch. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. From the shotgun, they'll run it. On the move at the 30. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. They'll ride the hot hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Line getting set on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Little touch pass to the receiver. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some...
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. All knotted up. Is free football in the forecast, or can this offense win it here? The give is to Smith. Jukes his way for more. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Timeout, Texas.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Slips through the line, working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. There's still a little bit of work to do for this offense to get within field goal range, Jesse.
Right, so let's see this quarterback here manage this situation and put his team in a position to win, David.
No doubt. Still got a timeout. Still can attack all areas of the field. I know exactly what I need.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away. The incompletion brings up a second down. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Oh, the unthinkable has happened for this offense. They're into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the D. Oh, man, the defense has just turned this game upside down with that score.
Dude, just take matters into your own hands. Like, I'll take care of this. I'm not even going to take this. I'm going to score points. I'm going to try to go ahead and ice this game away. Defense is still going to have to come back on the field. But unbelievable job just taking matters into its own hands.
They'll need to be very sound here. Limit this return and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Pretty much down to cases here, David. They have to execute quickly to have a shot at the end.
And obviously you want to do...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he's got it inside the 35. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. He wants to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
He just took a shot down the field, didn't get it, so you've got time for one more play. Everybody thinking Hail Mary right now. I know the odds don't say you're going to come up with it, but, man, we have seen crazy things happen in college football.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And the pass hits, picked off. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.